obviously the strategies that are available to you varies depending on the scenario, on the situation. Strategies available to you in one situation, it's not going to be the same in another. Yes, so for example, if you're in a conversation with your colleagues who are native speakers, strategies you would use when you happen to miss something will not be the same in another. So here in this scenario, some of the things you could do, yes, as you've mentioned, you could simply ask them to repeat what they have said in case you missed it. If that does not, dampen the conversation, that does not draw the conversation, but if it's culturally appropriate, or you don't ask the speaker to repeat, you ask somebody close to you to explain what they meant, right? So various strategies as we've discussed. Now consider in a different situation. Perhaps you are present during a speech, during a presentation. Somebody is delivering a speech. Are you going to be able to use that same strategy here when during the speech you happen to miss something and you stop them midway in the speech and tell them, no, you're not going to be able to do that? Absolutely. Yes. So here the strategy is different, right? Yes, so what are some of the things you could do here? Yes, typically you could take notes. You could take notes as we've discussed. And we've discussed the Cornell method, right? Yes. Make your points, you expand, and then you summarize. Yes. So you are not going to be able to write verbatim what they said. You're going to have to pick up the most important information, right? When you are taking notes. And even doing that, you have to jot down points so that you are able to follow the speech and capture whatever is said. If you intend to write everything in details, you miss most of what is happening. Yeah, so note taking is one of the things you could do during a presentation delivery. So you go back after the presentation to read your notes, and then the meaning could be enhanced. You could understand them more. If you miss something, you could come back to the notes and then get it. Apart from the notes, what else could we do? Yes, we could record them. And this is available. Even native speakers use it. Consider the work of reporters. Yeah, they're always recording so that they go back and listen to it again, and then they can draw from what they want. They can draw from the speech, they can draw some of the things they missed, and they can make the analysis therefrom. Yeah, so you could also do the same. Thinking during a presentation, and you could record them. But we have to be careful. There are situations during which recording isn't considered appropriate. Recording could be considered an invasion of privacy. So your lecturer invites you to your office and they want to have a conversation with you and you happen to be recording. That could be considered a bit offensive, Yeah, so once again, you would consider the situation, the environment, whether what you want to use is appropriate or not. So you could record during the speech, and then you go back, and then you can replay the recording over and over, choosing to pause, to rewind, and so the meaning could be clearer, so you will understand fully from what you have heard. Now let me ask this question. Is it the same when you are present during, I'm using the lecture or the presentation for an example, is it the same when you are present as the speech is happening live? You know, present, you can hear them, you can see them. The meaning that you get from being in this environment is going to be the same as when you are absent, but an audio recording is available to you. The same speech is going to be the same. Are you going to get the same meaning from when you are present and from when you are absent and listening to an audio recording? No. Why? Yes, so consider that during speech, when you are present, when people speak, the meaning you are getting from their, it's not coming only from what they are, the words that they are using, the words that they are coming from their mouth. That is not the only source of meaning from the speech, from the presentation. There are a whole lot of other things. Body language. Yes, body language are an important part of meaning during speech. Body language, facial expressions. So depending on how the body language is, depending on my facial expression, one word could have different meaning. So for example, the word okay. Okay. Depending on how I say it, my body language when I say it, my facial expression when I say it, it could have various meanings, right? So when I say okay, say okay, say okay, these are not, the same. So sometimes